Okay, testing 1 2 1 2, testing 1 2. Nice one. Test 1 2 1 2. Going live shortly. Come on, Bedworth. Thursday night football under the floodlights. What more could you ask for after an extended weather-induced break? Well, how about some warmer weather? It's a bitterly cold evening in Sutton Coldfield. We're braving the conditions to bring you coverage of Birmingham and West Midlands Ladies versus Bedworth United Ladies. League leaders Wolves may have bolted it into the distance, but tonight the travelling pack square up at the Trevor Brown Memorial Ground. Birmingham start with a strong contingent of Coventry United alumni. 5 players from the matchday squad worked with manager Marcus Webber at his previous club, one of whom being joint top scorer Jess Lundy, who starts on the bench. Erin Ryden has has firmed up the centre since her arrival. The ex-Villa youngster will be a tough obstacle to manoeuvre around. The Greenbacks travelled up the M6 without the company of resident number 1 Chloe Quinn. The informed shopstopper's absence opens the door for understudy Eve Galt, a prime opportunity for the young keeper. Jodie Hunter also misses out, with Millie Miller stepping into the team to bolster the attack. Welcome one and all, everyone listening on YouTube, to Greenbacks Live, the brand new live commentary streaming service on YouTube for Bedworth United's men's and women's teams. Apologies if you do experience some issues with the streaming tonight, as there is a rather weak signal. We do tend to get it here at Boldmere in my previous visits to the ground, but we are hopeful that the stream will hold out and you'll be able to hear everything that we have to say tonight. Into those lineups for you, starting off with Birmingham and West Midlands Ladies. Starting in goal, number 1, Shan Turner. Number 5, Elizabeth Steele. Number 3 is Alex Luyard. Number 15, Erin Ryden. Number 6 is Dana Scott. 4, Laura Cooper. Number 8, Tanya Dickinson. 7, Sam White. I'm probably going to butcher this name several times tonight, but number 11, Nadia. I can't even do it. I can't even say the name. It's Italian. I think it's Bolici or something. Apologies to Nadia if you're listening. Number 10, Holly Rogers, and number 9, Jade Grove. On the bench, number 14, Amelia Kirk. Number 2, Orla Conlon, and number 18, Jess Lundy. And for Bedworth United, number 22, Eve Goltz. Number 37, Tony Kingscott. Number 2 is Lydia Hackney. Number 20, Kirsty Deacon. Number 15, the captain, Jodie McGuckin. Number 6, Amanda Worley. Number 4, Sophie Wilson. Now, Sophie's asked for a shout-out, so if you're listening back, Sophie, shout-out to you. That's your 1 per season. Number 19, Kirsty Farnsworth. 16, Abby Taylor. 9, Millie Miller. And 42, Gillian Tetlow. On the bench, number 27, Ella Preston. 18, Mia Darling. 17, Misty McKind. And 39, Zena Dillon. And by the way, the Italian player's name is Bacciochi, so I'll try my best to try and pronounce that properly throughout the games, but chances are I'll probably get it wrong several times. Well, here we go. Birmingham and West Midlands in white and black this evening. Bedworth United in their traditional all-green strip, hence the nickname the Greenback Girls. Steele punts it upfield. It's launched away by Sophie Wilson for Bedworth United. On the match on the right-hand side, but cut out well. Here's Bacciochi. Rolls it into the Birmingham back line. Erin Ryden. Now Ryden can play as a centre-back or a defensive midfielder. She's playing as a centre-back tonight. Grove forced back into defence. Here's Steele playing on the right-hand side of defence. Quick thinking from Bedworth, winning the ball back. Ryden barges Taylor off the ball. Quick turn by Steele back to Shan Turner. Plays it back out to Steele. Ryden gets back into position as Steele continues her jaunt up the right-hand side, looking for a route into the penalty area. Scott up to Bacciochi. Challenging from the side by Farnsworth. I think Farnsworth's got the final touch on that. Indeed, she has. Oh, we were worrying at half-time how much energy have these girls got left after a tireless first half. But it seems as if they're ready for more. Switching the play over to Elizabeth Steele, keeps it on the byline. She's got Millie Miller ahead of her for company. A stretch there by Gillian Tetlow. Couldn't bring the ball under control. It's cleared as far as Cooper. That is behind Grove. Deacon's got to deal with this one with Bacciochi breathing down her neck and out on this near side. Cleared from the penalty area. Competent defending by Deacon. Don't forget to let us know your Bedworth United player of the match. And well, McGuckin nearly had her head taken off there by Dickinson's boot, but she bowed her head towards the ground and knocked that ball into the turf. Not afraid to put her body on the line for the team, is Jodie McGuckin. Surging run by Rogers. Trying to out-muscle Tetlow. That's not a battle she's going to win. Rogers forced into the corner. Nowhere to go now for the number 10. Tetlow wrestles the ball away from Rogers. Outstanding defending. And her attempted clearance is blocked off by White for a throw-in for Bedworth United. Well, the second half certainly delivering by this time. We'd already seen a goal in the first half. Just 72 seconds on the clock here at Birmingham St Michael's when we got that first goal. Oh, and it would have been 5 minutes into the second half for the first goal of the second half if Grove had been able to hit the target long range, floating wide of that top left-hand corner. Got off her line, trying to pick a spot, sending over the keeper. Next time we come to you on air with live coverage of the Bedworth United Ladies team comes on Sunday. That is at Damson Park. And that will be against Solihull Moors. So make sure to join us for that from 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Of course, we're live with the men's team on Saturday with the visit of Berkhamsted to the Bedworth Oval. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff on the Bedworth United men's YouTube channel. Of course, we have distinctive YouTube channels for both women's and men's sides. Farnsworth snatches the ball away from Kiddyard. It's Worley. Not a million miles away there from Amanda Worley. Taking a chance first time. Well, again, apologies for the intermittent stoppages in the broadcasting tonight, so we don't have the strongest Wi-Fi signal at the moment, so the commentary will cut out from time to time. And Scott trying to curl it over to Bocchiocci to kickstart that counter, curls it into touch. Just shy of the halfway line. On the right hand side, it's Kirsty Deacon to take the throw, throws it to the feet of McGuckin, turns away from Dickinson. Jodie McGuckin curls it into the penalty area, and Miller won't reach that one. It bounces out of bounds for the goal kick. Well, Birmingham and Bedworth really fighting to be known as the best of the rest tonight. Wolverhampton Wanderers 10 points in front as we enter the final couple of months of the season. They have looked unbeatable all season, so really it's going to be between Bedworth and Birmingham and maybe a couple of other teams to see who will get the runners-up spot. Farnsworth body checked by Laura Cooper and loses out, launched away by Dickinson. There's Hackney tried to bring it down. She sent it straight into the path of Grove. Still going Grove. They're going to out sprint Tetlow. It's Grove and a smart stop diving onto it from Eve Galt. Galt slightly tentative and getting up. She may have injured herself in the process, putting her body on the line to keep her team in with a shot tonight. Rogers now able to keep the ball under control, gives it away to McGuckin. Off the left hand side, Taylor shields the ball from Ryden. Ryden with a challenge from the line, takes it out for the throw-in just shy of the Bedworth technical area. Nodded up by Taylor. That's going to be a throw in the other way in virtually the same position. Kiddyard just unable to get on the end of that. The floating ball to the left hand side. Now striding forward, Laura Cooper. Offside flag raised. Bedworth trying to find a way through. as Kirsty Farnsworth caught offside. That's Bedworth counter-attack. Ryden. Launch to the right-hand side, looking to pick out Elizabeth Steele. Steele perched on the right-hand side of that penalty area, looking for a route in, blocked off by Tetlow. Steele. Chested down by Lydia Hackney. Wilson finds Amanda Worley. Cuts inside Dickinson. Miller. Miller strides as the challenge of Dickinson. Across to Laura Cooper in the midfield for Birmingham. Offside against Grove. So we've had 10 second half minutes. Surprisingly, no goals yet. It's probably the longest period of time that we've had today where there hasn't been a goal. In fact, we had 25 minutes actually in the first half without one, and then it just went bonkers from there. The ball floated over the back line straight to the keeper. Quickly through to the right hand side, but played out cheaply for a throw in on the halfway line. Not on by Miller. Taylor cushions it down for McGuckin. Doesn't quite find McGuckin. This is cut out by Dickinson. Bakayaki, White, Cooper. Quick passing, keeping Birmingham on the ball and in space. Cooper floats it upfield, brings it straight to the feet of Gillian Tetlow. Back heel by Worley, looking for Millie Miller. Miller sends Abby Taylor on a one-woman mission on the left-hand side, but the ball had the legs on it. Unfortunately, Taylor didn't. Again, the highlights of tonight's match will be available tomorrow evening on our official YouTube channel. Believe me, you're going to want to see the highlights of this one. Deacon ensuring that ball heads up by blocking Kiddyard off from the ball. Worley, it's a tame pass, trying to cushion it for McGuckin, didn't find its intended target. Ball over the back line, Galt in no man's land, has to just siphon it into touch. Couldn't gather the ball, of course. Bakayoci's throw to Grove. Under hit pass back to Bakiochi. And Kingsdot surging away straight into the path of Kiddyard. Throwing on this near side for Bedworth. It's only put the right game to start our first episode of Greenbacks Live. It's deflected into touch via Kiddyard. Dispossessed and swung away. McGuckin chested down, the danger still not over for Birmingham. Worley, Miller, great turn, couldn't get the shot away. Farnsworth tries to get better with another opportunity on the ball, but now it's on the left hand side by Kiddyard and Bakiochi, just a yard or two behind it. Worley, overhead kick, landed behind by Wilson. Out comes Turner and safely gathers that one. Played out to Erin Ryden. Just over half an hour to go at the Trevor Brown Memorial Ground. It's still 3-3. We're saying at half time, we hope the second half won't be an anti-climax. It hasn't been an anti-climax so far, but we're still goal shy. That's one thing the players weren't in the first half. 6 goals in 45 minutes. Aimless ball into the penalty area from the right-hand side. I think it was Elizabeth Steele who got that one away. No one home in the box except, of course, for the Bedworth goalkeeper, Eve Galt. Galt finds an unmarked Jodie McGuckin. Awkward bounce though, closed down by White. White bundles into the captain and sent her to the ground. That is going to be a free kick in the centre circle for Bedworth. We could well have a substitution coming soon for Bedworth. That looks like Zena Dillon getting ready on the bench. So another attacking option. Of course, Birmingham, I should say, have attacking options of their own on the bench, including the player who was, at the time of starting this match, joint top scorer in Jess Lundy, former Bedworth player, of course. Kiddyard makes the run after the long ball from midfield. Fans have got to be careful not to give away the foul here. Forces Kiddyard into the corner. Oh, that's fantastic from Farnsworth, taking the ball away, turning away from Kiddyard and sending the ball out off the left back. Textbook from Farnsworth. Clearance flicked on by Deacon. Here's Abby Taylor. Skips through the Birmingham sandwich there, but eventually loses out to Kiddyard and fired into touch there. Tony Kingscott aiming for the cameraman. It's not the first time it's happened, and it won't be the last. Well, here it comes, the change. It is as we thought. Zena Dillon is going to come on for Millie Miller in what appears to be a straight swap in the front three. So Dillon replaces Miller up front for Bedworth United. Score remains at 3-3. So Dillon in place. The throw to come now for Birmingham West Midlands with Kiddyard on the ball. And there goes the throw. Challenged in by McGuckin, sends it back only as far as Kiddyard. Was a trick away through Kirsty Farnsworth. Here's Bocchiocci, and Farnsworth again denies Bocchiocci the opportunity to break. Farnsworth has had a fantastic second half. Amanda Worley looks to take advantage. Ryden's header keeps it away from Dillon. Continue the onslaught down the right hand side. The ball just gets away from Farnsworth. You will have to concede the throw in there. There was a momentary lapse where Worley was down, potentially needing treatment. Thankfully, Amanda Worley is okay. She's back on her feet. Dickinson caught out from behind by McGuckin and sends it out of Kiddyard. Quick thinking from the skipper. So Deacon will get us underway again. Kirsty Deacon. Thunderous volley away by Bocchiocci, and that actually may fall kindly for Rogers. Oh, would have done a goal and have surged out of a box and cleared. Goal backtracking now with Kiddyard at left back, but Deacon steaming in from behind on Bocchiocci. Finds a route around Kiddyard. Bocchiocci taps it over the white line. Brilliant run up the right hand side by Deacon. Birmingham at the moment being caught unawares. Just trying to have that extra second on the ball and Bedworth not allowing them to have it. Great turn by McGuckin. First time effort. That's going to go out for a throw-in, I believe. Indeed it is. That tells you all you need to know about that effort. Well, fair play for trying, that's all I'll say. Now Scott striding away. Bocchiocci. This time she's not going to be caught unawares by Deacon. She's learnt a lesson. Looks to play Cooper through. Again, Eve got races out. Now she's starting to command that penalty area. Amanda Worley. Taylor. Lofted ball to the penalty area. It's just had too much bounce on it for Zena Dillon. Rolled out to Ryden, who seems to be enjoying life at her new club after moving from Coventry United. Amanda Worley heads it into touch, not wanting to allow Birmingham to continue the counter-attack. Here's Dickinson. Grove will give chase. It's Grove. Cannons off the leg of Lydia Hackney. Corner kick to come. I think 4 of the 6 goals scored tonight have come from set pieces. All 3 of Bedworth's have come from either a corner or a free kick. Well, my mind serves me right. The last corner that Birmingham had It was ended up bundled in by Erin Ryden after a goalmouth scramble. Let's see what they have on the cards this time. Amanda Worley heads out as far as Bocchiocci. Hits it into the ground. The bounce is harmlessly wide. Just 25 minutes to go here at the Trevor Brown Memorial Ground. We may have lacked goals in this second half, but we haven't lacked tenacity and dedication. Anyway, the goals in that first half will certainly feed the average hungry football supporter for a good while. Football fans live off goals, and we certainly saw plenty of them in the first half as goal is closed down by Grove and swings it straight out. Dickinson sliding in by McGuckin, got enough on the ball. Steele turns away from Taylor. Wilson's slow to get to her feet. In fact, Sophie Wilson is going to need some treatment here. Birmingham will continue. Headed by Grove. Across the left-hand side of the penalty area, Bocchiocci. Going in with the challenge from behind us, Kirsty Deacon, but we are going to have to get some treatment over to Sophie Wilson. It's a real shame if she's going to be able to continue in this match, because of course she did score that tremendous long-range free kick and then got the assist for that, what we believe was an own goal, which came from a free kick sent in by Wilson. Well, Bedworth do have 2 substitutes left. Well, Wilson still receiving treatment. She's being helped to her feet now. The remaining 2 substitutes have gone for a quick warm-up. It's not clear whether they'll be needed yet. So out of those 2 changes remaining, it can be any of 3 players left on the bench, those being Ella Preston, Mia Darling and Misty McKind. Well, for now, Bedworth will be a player down, as Wilson has had to leave the field while she's attended to. And Birmingham looks to capitalise on that player advantage, but they can't do it, as Deacon again in with a challenge to 9. Grove the chance to break in. Wilson called back onto the pitch by the referee. Bedworth now back to full strength. Zena Dillon, great control, but loses out to Laura Cooper. Slight hesitancy catching the young striker out. All the way back to Eve Galt there. The away with ball from the back line. Shout out to Tina listening in. Anyone who's listening in, do make sure to leave us a comment with your feedback and hit the like button to show us that you are enjoying the footage. It's been a pleasure to bring you such a fantastic game so far. This is just the beginning. Every single men's and women's first team match live on Greenbacks Live for the remainder of the season. Just wish that we had more of the season left. Grove looking again for that tried and tested through ball. This time it just took a slight deflection off Amanda Wally. King Scott receives it from Kirsty Farnsworth. Cross doesn't beat Ryden, with Dillon lurking behind her. Swung clear by Dickinson. And now the chase is on, racing up the right-hand side is Rogers. She's got 2 goals to her name today. Can she turn provider this time? White's in there, Rogers! Great save with the near post, both hands to it, Eve goal. And Jodie McGuckin nodding the ball away from Rogers, who was hoping for a second bite of the cherry. The ball firmly back in Birmingham's half now after the swift clearance. 20 minutes to go at the Trevor Brown Memorial Ground, home of Boldmere St Michael's FC, who play their football in the Midland Football League Premier Division. Still, Birmingham and West Midlands Ladies 3, Bedworth United Ladies 3. I'm going to have some fun editing the highlights tomorrow. The ball running to touch on the right-hand side by Rogers. Would a draw be satisfactory to either team? You would say on paper form would dictate that a draw would be a fair result. And the way this game has gone, it would be harsh on either side to lose it. It took a bit of a while to get going, but as soon as they found that opening goal in the 25th minute from Abby Taylor, they found their feet, found their rhythm. Wally. Great strength by Wally, just seeing it out. But it has took a final touch off the Bedworth midfielder as she tries to prevent Grove from getting on the end of it. It's not the best of throws though. Launched away by Kingscott. Farnsworth makes the run. Kirsty Farnsworth takes it past Scott. It's Farnsworth looking for a route past the last defender. It's taking a flexion off Ryden. Scott tries to clear it, but doesn't get the distance on it. More height than anything. Farnsworth collects again. McGuckin. However, to Kirsty Deacon one-on-one with Bocchiocci, unsuccessful that time, and now Nadia Bocchiocci surging away. The offside flag raised against Laura Cooper. It did take a slight touch on Tony Kingscott, slowing it down, so it wasn't the move that Bocchiocci had intended. She was hoping to get a direct through ball into Cooper. And there is going to be a substitution for Birmingham West Midlands getting ready shortly. It's the number 2 on the back. It's Orla Conlon, who was signed last week. So what would be her debut, I believe, for Birmingham West Midlands Ladies. I'll see what she can do when she arrives on the pitch shortly. But for now, we'll focus on what Bedworth are doing. Deacon looking to find Taylor on the left-hand side of that penalty area. Unsuccessful from the resulting clearance. It's Rogers making the run up the right-hand side. She's got company informed the defenders. It's now with Grove. Takes aim. Great save by Galt. It was still heading towards her net. That's the amount of power that the ball had despite the stop from Galt. It was still looping over the keeper and bouncing towards the net. But not today, says Lydia Hackney as she slides in and clears. Well, Condon will replace... Well, I'll tell you what, she's had a cracking game, but I can't say I'm not glad to see the number 11, Nadia Bocchiocci, go, because every time I say that name, it makes me feel horrible because I feel like I'm butchering the pronunciation of it. Probably not for the first time in my career, but it is Orla Conlon who comes on. Thankfully, that's a much better name for me to be able to pronounce. Oh, Conlon in place after coming on to substitute for Bocchiocci. In comes the corner, floats over everyone. Steele does keep it in on the byline. Deacon sends it straight out the penalty area. Who will be first to the seconds? It's Laura Cooper for Bedworth. Swipes away from Kingscott. Maybe thinking about the long range spectacular. It's Laura Cooper! Oh, what a strike! What a strike! The goals that we are seeing tonight, it's like a goal of the month competition. Absolutely fantastic effort from Laura Cooper. Didn't think twice, picked a spot, stuck her laces through it, and Birmingham take the lead for the 3rd time. We've had to wait for our second half goal, but it was worth the wait. Whether you're a Bedworth fan or a Birmingham fan, you've got to stand back and respect an effort like that. It's Birmingham 4, Bedworth 3. Well, you can't say that we've been starved of action today. What a match it has been, and we're still far from over. We've got another 22 minutes to go. Birmingham leading by 4 goals to 3 after that sensational strike from Cooper. As soon as it left her boot, you knew that something special was going to happen. Well, here is Cooper again. Rogers, first time pass to Grove. Grove, striding towards the penalty area, met by Tony Kingscott. Kiddyard, Grove, lobbed over to the right-hand side, just short of Conlon. Dickinson gets the first time cross in towards that near post, punched by Galt, enough to take it away from the defender's head. A deflected strike. Was agonisingly close to that top corner, but has bounced out. Another injury, sorry, it looks like cramp for the Birmingham number 7. That's Sam White. Well, Birmingham do have 2 changes they can make left. Amelia Kirk and the former Bedworth United winger Jess Lundy. Another one of the players who have worked with Marcus Webber and Sean Green, the management staff at Birmingham, I should say, at a previous club in Coventry United. Oh, White slow to get back to her feet, but looks like she is going to be okay to continue for now. She didn't receive treatment from the physio staff. She won't be required to lead the field of play. Well, we are into the final 15 minutes. It's over a grandstand finale as Birmingham look to extend their advantage. Corner punched away by Gott towards the left-hand side of the penalty area. Volleyed further afield by Wally Conlon. Now steals. Birmingham try to get themselves on the front foot again. Worley has stumbled it out of play halfway into Bedworth territory. It looks like Jess Lundy is getting her marching orders from Marcus Webber, so the former Bedworth winger is getting ready to make an appearance. She has been struggling with injury as of late, so we'll see what her return to action will be like. Cooper sends that one up rather than out in the centre circle, brought to feet by Kirsty Farnsworth. Challenging by Kiddyard, takes it only as far as Wally. Sophie Wilson. Still Wilson. Strides the challenge of Cooper but loses the ball. Laura Cooper threads it through beautifully. Orla Conlon. The challenge from behind, enough by Gillian Tetlow to take it to the touchline at the expense of a throw-in. Throw to Grove. Great turn by Grove. Squares it. No one home and turned out on this near side for a throw-in by Kirsty Deacon. There's the throw to Rogers. Trying to return ball to Kiddyard. It's helped on its way by Farnsworth for another throw, and here comes the substitution. It is indeed Jess Lundy. She scored 12 times in 13 league and cup appearances this season, so she's a force to be reckoned with, and she's going to be replacing Sam White. A logical substitution given that White was struggling with cramps so soon ago, and the referee bringing into force the new rule introduced this year that the substituted players should be leaving the field at the nearest point of exit. So as White trudges off the pitch to hopefully get some more treatment for that cramp, Jess Lundy makes her return from injury and is hoping to haunt her old team. Lundy spent last season with Bedworth United but followed her old first team coach to Birmingham. And the throw in straight to Deacon, who tries to clear. It's just swung off the boot out for the corner. Just slices off the outstretched leg of Deacon. Well, we're closing in on the final 10 minutes. Make sure to let us know who your player of the match is. So let me know on Twitter at the real Liam Cook. In goes the corner, nearly went in all the way. Header at the far post, keeping it out. Go leaping into the air, trying to punch it. I don't think she connected. A combination of a player's head and the far post, keeping that direct corner out. Well, the way this game's going, I wouldn't rule out anything. Any other match, a corner leading straight to a goal may have surprised me, but not tonight. Cooper, Rogers, shielded from the ball by McGuckin. He does get distance on that clearance, but McGuckin's header will send it a little further afield. Brought to feet by Steele. Cooper launched it towards the round side for Conlon, met by the head of Gillian Tetlow. First time strike by Rogers, still on that hat-trick. Safely into the gut of Galt. Holly Rogers with the opening 2 goals of this match for Birmingham and West Midlands. They've got another 2 after that. Really has been a game for the ages. Lundy with her first interaction. Jess Lundy. Deflected cross finds Grove, cannons with the back of Lydia Hackney. Lundy already having an impact on the game. Challenged well by Tony King-Scott. Taylor at the left-hand side, looking to send Zena Dillon on her way. Dillon really hasn't been brought into this match since she was introduced from the bench, but now she's got the ball at her feet. She can work her magic. Shoots it towards the far post. It's Farnsworth. Can she take the opportunity? Kirsty Farnsworth! 4-4! What else can this match throw at us? This is amazing! Dillon surging up the left-hand side, digs it into the penalty area. Farnsworth controls well, takes it past the defender and swipes it across with a left boot. Brilliant goal, brilliant match. Oh, please. 4-4 at the Trevor Brown Memorial Ground between Birmingham West Midlands and Bedworth United. Honestly, I just can't get enough of this, and there is going to be a substitution. Abby Taylor replaced. Wait to see the shirt number of the player who's come on. I think that may well be Ella Preston. Indeed it is, number 27. So Ella Preston has replaced Abby Taylor. An absolutely outstanding match here at the Trevor Brown Memorial Ground, and we're not done yet. The ball into Rogers. Couldn't get a clean contact on that ball. Farnsworth skips over the slide of Laura Cooper, and the referee has said that was enough to constitute a foul. So both teams with 1 change left with just 8 minutes of normal time to go. Honestly, I don't want this match to end. Can we have a third half if that's possible? Right, so the following game will be able to live up to this one. The game against Solihull Moors on Sunday at Damson Park. Join us live from 2 o'clock for that one. And we're going to enjoy the final 8 minutes of tonight's match as Eve Gold receives that back pass from Lydia Hackney. Steele side by side with Preston. Challenged in by Tetlow, takes it only as far as Conlon. Elizabeth Steele. Certainly not tiring, that speed up the right-hand side, but still not able to find a way through. Wilson, across to Amanda Worley. Looks to pick out Kirsty Farnsworth, chested down by Kiddyard. Deacon, skips past Kiddyard, takes it close to Dickinson, still going. Just an outstretched boot by Ayn Ryden, denying Zena Dillon the shooting opportunity one-on-one. Rogers has space on the left-hand side of that ball from the back, taking on Tony King-Scott. Still going as Rogers goes down the edge of the penalty area. Half-hearted appeals for a penalty. Referee says nothing doing. Deacon side by side with Grove. And trying to find Farnsworth with a pass that was a little too powerful. Cannons off the leg of Farnsworth. And a play for the throw-in. Dickinson floats it over the back line. Tracking back is Gillian Tetlow with Cooper for company. Sends it out of play. Has it taken a touch of Cooper on the way out? Yes, it has. It's going to be a throw-in and a third and final substitution for Birmingham and West Midlands. And it can only be one player. That's Amelia Kirk coming on. She's going to be replacing Holly Rogers, so no hat-trick for Rogers. But so what matters most now for Birmingham is the result. And Marcus Webber feeling that the best chance of getting a result is by bringing on Amelia Kirk. By the way, a quick footnote, the kickoff on Sunday is at 3 o'clock rather than 2 o'clock. We usually have 2 o'clock kickoffs in the National League, but for some reason we've got a 3 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. Thanks for Tina for letting us know on that one. McGuckin, Wilson thumps that one only as far as Elizabeth Steele. Kirk lying in wait, looking at the time and run perfectly, didn't reach Kirk. Grove tried to bring it down, but was dispossessed by Kirsty Deacon. Farnsworth runs it straight into Cooper. First time ball on by Grove. Kirk beaten to the punch by Tony Kingscott. Brilliant defending. Well, both teams have had to work harder for those goals in the second half. Hence why we've only seen 2 compared to the 6 that we saw before the break. Grove side by side with Hackney and Farnsworth. Grove a little too forceful when trying to maintain possession. She shoves Farnsworth to the ground. The referee gives the free kick, and there is going to be a final change of Bedworth. That's Misty McKind getting ready, I believe. So that would be a more defensive change. We could well see a change on one of the wings. And we will indeed. It's Gillian Tetlow, so it's going to be a like-for-like change at left wing back for Bedworth United, with Misty McKind coming on for the final 4 minutes. Well, 9 times out of 10, you would say in the final 4 minutes the next goal would be the winner. Tonight, I'm not so sure. The free kick bounces through a crowd of bodies on the edge of the box and safely into the hands of Shan Turner. We'll be naming our player of the match next time the ball goes out of play. Lob to the right by Kingscott. Kept in by Farnsworth with the heavy first touch, takes it to Kitty Albert. Farnsworth's got it straight back. And a blatant shove by Conlon. Referee says no foul. Farnsworth somehow retains possession. Over to Sophie Wilson. McGuckin goes over to the left hand side, offside flag raised. Disappointing into that one. Well, it's now time to name our Bedworth United player of the match. Obviously, there's so many players that deserve a mention. But there's a toss-up between the 2 players that we're going for. It's either Jodie McGuckin or Sophie Wilson. And honestly, I've got to give it to a player whose set pieces really have been the difference for Bedworth. Without them, it could have been a completely different story. A great strike and a great assist. Today's Bedworth United Greenbacks Live player of the match is Bedworth's number 4, Sophie Wilson. And there is a brief stoppage in play here as Kirsty Farnsworth looks to have gone down with cramp. It has been a tireless match. Both sets of players giving every ounce of strength and stamina that they have for their team. And the players paying the price at this late stage. Well, Farnsworth, it appears, has got cramp in both legs. Sean Taylor, the Bedworth United coach, assisting Farnsworth with recovery, and that's a good sight to see. Best physio in football. Didn't even need the old magic sponge. Thankfully, Farnsworth is back on the feet and ready to get back into the action once the referee said it's okay to do so. We've got just 90 seconds of normal time to go. Make it count, girls. McGuckin, as Farnsworth is called straight back onto the field by the ref. And Bedworth will have a throw-in halfway into Birmingham territory. Launch across the penalty area, but it's not going to be a ball that puts Birmingham under any real pressure. We're into the final minutes of normal time. The score at Birmingham 4, Bedworth 4. Hands up, who predicted that scoreline before kick-off? We've got a couple of liars next to us. see if the finale is going to be as exciting as the first 90 minutes. McGuckin spots Preston in space on the left-hand side, doesn't reach as it's nodded back to the keeper. Quick thinking from Elizabeth Steele. Birmingham have worked hard at this point, they're not going to give it up now. Hackney, McGuckin is an absolutely supreme game. Any other day she would have been player of the match without a doubt. Wilson slots it through and Dillon just behind that one. Racing out was Turner. Well, we are now into added minutes. There will be a few of them. We have had a couple of injury stoppages in the closing minutes of the second half. I'd say we've got about 3 minutes of added time. Farnsworth looks to meet the run of Dillon. Brought to feet by Ryden. Still nearly took it too close to Dillon. Wilson with the interception. Sent it into the box. Ella Preston! Caught well at the near post by Turner. Just able to keep it within the confines of the pitch. Volleyed away by Turner. Connects with the head of Wilson. Conlon got a head on that, but it's a faint header. Takes it only as far as Farnsworth. McGuckin swings it upfield. Was hoping for the free kick as it was a rather aimless ball. Farnsworth still down. Birmingham had the ball in their own backyard now. Ryden, powerful punt away from our own penalty area. Hackney brings it to feet with the help of Misty McKind. All the way back to Eve Gold. It's a great evening between the six for her first league start of the season. But it's all the way back with Turner now. The referee checks the watch. We've only had 90 seconds of added time. Feels a bit more to come. The ball trickles through the back line. Kirk beaten to it by Galt. Every pass, every tackle has to be perfect now. Cooper looking to send it over the Bedworth back line. One in the air by Hackney. Sent back right came from by Ryden. King Scott. Dillon missed with the header. Cooper's clearance picked up by McGuckin. And Dillon taking it away from McGuckin. And quickly loses the ball. And now Lundy with a chance to win it for Birmingham. Was that the moment for Birmingham West Midlands? Lundy with space, but slotted across the face of goal. It seems destined to be a draw. Well, we've had just over 2 minutes of added time. Maybe one more opportunity as Galt swings it away. McGuckin overhead kick. Zena Dillon in the centre circle. Looking to find the run of Ella Preston. But it's picked up by Elizabeth Steele. Floated over the back line. And Galt has to come out and clear that one. Clattered into by one of the Birmingham players. It was Laura Cooper who went straight into Galt. And Galt seems hurt. Oh, Galt putting her team before her body. There was a hefty old whack from Cooper. Oh, Galt helped back to her feet by Lydia Hackney, and seems okay to continue for the final few seconds. It will be a drop ball. Bedworth asked to send the ball back to Birmingham. Deacon into the centre circle. It goes off that drop ball. Laura Cooper for Birmingham. Maybe one final attack for the home side. Cooper, amazing run. Hope for another long range spectacular. This time it's Eve Galt's ball. Coming to the end of the 4th minute of added time. Of course, about a minute of that was elapsed thanks to the injury to Galt. McGuckin thumps that one to the left. Somehow Preston able to keep it in, but runs it into touch. Referee could well be ready to bring this game to an end. McGuckin wins the header from the throw. Dillon takes it past Ryden. Is there one last twist in this enthralling story? Look to set up Preston with the ball across the penalty area. It wasn't to be. This has been, without doubt, hands down, the game of the season. It's finally come to an end with both sides taking a share of the spoils, and it would have been cruel for either one of these teams to leave empty-handed. 4 goals apiece for Birmingham West Midlands and Bedworth United, and 1 point apiece as well. What a match, what a match. Thank you for joining us, and I tell you what, I hope we get another game like this towards the end of the season, but I wouldn't be so sure. This was a special game here at the Trevor Brown Memorial Ground, and we enjoyed every single second of it. The final score in the FA Women's National League Division 1 Midlands: Birmingham and West Midlands Ladies 4, Bedworth United Ladies 4. And that will do us here on Greenbacks Live. Thank you very much for joining us again. Sorry about the Wi-Fi. Did cut out a couple of times during the game, but bound to expect tea and trolls on this first edition of Greenbacks Live. We will be back with the men's team on Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff against Berkhamsted at the Bedworth Oval. That's over on the men's YouTube channel. If you're interested in the ladies' action, then we are back at Damson Park on Sunday, and bizarrely enough, it's a 3 o'clock kickoff as well. We usually have 2 o'clock kickoffs in the ladies' game, but it's 3 o'clock on Sunday. And of course, highlights of today's match, video highlights, can be found tomorrow night. From everyone here at Bedworth United and from myself, Liam Cook, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Greenbacks Live. And breathe. Jesus, what a game. Oh, thank you.